What's up, Breaker fans? This is Rafael here to review the Breaker New Wave Chapter 90. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at what happened today. It starts off where it ended last week with the four cloaked up people who saved Jin-Ie and Shi-Woon having a little moan about having to wait so long for the SUC to get here, blah blah blah. Just as they're speaking, the SUC think they can try and attack, but one of the female of the group jumps and just kicks one of them back and pretty much beats the crap out of the rest of them, and they all fall down the stairs. Jin-Lee asks who they are, and the leader questions her that why, oh, so you in the school as well, and this confuses her, and she until he reveals his face to her, and which she noticed that it's her master. He tells her that the reason why he's here is because he just recently joined the Shin-Ho clan, which isn't an official clan, but it's just something that Jae-gal and his friends temporarily made for the current situation to take on the SUC, and Sarah Kang was part of this plan as well, seeing as he knew her. It was more incentive for him to join. Just as they're going downstairs, he says he'll speak in more detail later, but Jin-Lee wanted more answers, but Shi-Woon just says we have to go upstairs now. She's still confused why they're there, and Shi-Woon says that Sarah Khan knew them from a while ago, and she introduced them recently, so that things like, I think it was like something like this ever came up, he'd be able to ask them for help, or Sarah would be able to ask. Jin-Lee was annoyed now, saying so all this worrying she did wasn't even necessary. But Shi-Woon says Shi-Woon says that if they were here, then obviously it's not a good situation, so there is room to be worrying. And seeing as the SUC infiltrated so easily, and the Mill Young clan was watching, said this is something they weren't even expecting, making Jin-Lee think, oh, so where is Hail right now if they manage to get past him. It goes to Hail now, and he's fighting the glasses guy from last week. It's like they're fighting in the air, like mostly kicking. Well, it looks like Hail's doing most of the kicking in the air, some aerial assaults, and just as he's done this, the guy tries to counter Hail, but luckily Hail stopped the attack with like a sort of axe kick or something like that, and it blocks. He blocks it, but it stops his attack. Luckily, Hail thinks that this guy must be some sort of pro, seeing as he tried to attack him in such a slim opening between those two aerial kicks he was doing, and if he wasn't attacking the way he was, he most likely would have been hurt by this guy, and he really wanted to finish this fight quickly, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. The guy starts to mention that, oh yeah, his movements are good but not good enough kind of thing, and that's not what he was expecting. And as he gets there, says this, he gets a text, and then saying that, oh, and them lot had people ready for them to fight, so they were prepared, but he says this is all being part of their calculations, so this doesn't even mean anything. And then he goes to attack Hail again. He just barely dodges this attack, and then it shows him using some weird like fast slashing technique on the tree that he hit instead, and it's kind of like, I don't even know what it did, it just kind of chopped it up. And then he says he intends to use his real skill now. It goes back to Jin-Lee and Shi-Woon on the rooftop, and they can't get in contact with Hail as his phone's disengaged or something. And Shi-Woon shows Jin-Lee the tent that was prepared for the Shin-Ho clan to stay up there ready for the current fight right now. And they sealed the roof off so no one would be able to get up there or know that they were there. And all they have to do right now is just wait for Elder John to arrive, which embarrasses Jin-Lee, thinking that, oh god, she's got to be alone with him until someone calls from the tent. And Shi-Woon goes in there, and there's some guy called P.I. Nim, and Sarah Khan is like on the laptops, kind of like Skype call, and she's glad to see him safe. And she says they need. She asked that P.I. Nim guy to hurry up, which he says is no guarantee. It's on the first floor at the end of the hallway, so I'm assuming they're talking about Sei-He. Sarah asked Shi-Woon, did he see how many SUC were downstairs, that even though they're all weak, they have numbers, so they couldn't even get through the staircase as they're blocking it. And even for someone like the Shinwon clan, who can't even get through, and the Milyang clan, seeing as it's too much to handle. Shi-Woon's a bit worried now, and he asks, is there something wrong at the infirmary that they're in the school? And Sarah says that Sei-He is there, which we saw last time, leading that girl to the sick room. And he shouts out in panic, why is she there? And Sarah says somehow they've been aware of her movements and been tracking her for a while. They've been trying to block them out for right now, but they said there's too many and they're eventually going to get through. So it goes to the infirmary now with Sei-He, and she's wondering, it's been really loud for a while and there's no nurses about. So she decides to leave to find a teacher, but the girl once again stops her from getting away from her and asks if she can rub her stomach because it hurts. So, and then as this is happening, SUC are attacking more teachers outside the hallways, and they literally just reached the infirmary, and one of them screams, "Get the girl!" And I'm assuming that guy was Chang-Ho, the guy with the kind of skinhead, the one that was Shi-Woon's bully. So yeah, and the chapter ends there. Yeah, it was a good chapter today. Had a bit of everything, kind of like. I wouldn't say conspiracy. It was a bit of talk, good fight scene, and what I enjoyed the most was the planning part, because it shows that Shi-Woon's kind of on top of the game. Well, not completely, seeing as he didn't see Sei-He getting, I wouldn't say kidnapped, but led astray like that so easily. So obviously the SUC's part, it seems like it's going to follow through successfully, but he did make a good plan with Sarah Kang, because as I said, they got the two clans in the school ready, or were ready to fight, and SUC weren't really expecting that. I'm wondering who this guy is. He must be one of the captains, but I don't actually remember seeing him before, the one who's fighting Hae-il, and it seems like Hae-il's having some sort of trouble against him, so he's either going to lose or pull off some technique next week. We'll see what happens, but yeah, and I'm just wondering what's going to happen now. Is Shi-Woon going to have to charge downstairs or what? Because seeing us say he's got kidnapped, or going to be, and yeah. As I said last time, at least the fight has started, so it's good stuff. I don't actually know what to think's gonna happen next week, but I'm assuming it's gonna be something to do with Sei-He or whatever the SUC following through their plan. I mean, Ji-gun still hasn't fought that girl yet, so that's gonna happen eventually. And yeah, can't wait. So as usual, if you guys like the video, leave us a like, comment to voice your opinions on the video and the chapter, and subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll see you guys next